There are many of you here that do not like sharks. In fact, they are deathly afraid of them. They don't understand why sharks are protected and believe that they shouldn't be anymore due to all the recent attacks. I am also afraid of sharks, so I would like to first say that my job here today is not to convince you to like sharks. It is to convince you that sharks are an important part of the ocean's ecosystem and therefore not only have a right to be protected, but must be protected. You all know the Great Barrier Reef. It is one of the largest reefs in the world, and it is known for its amazing beauty and sea life. I want to show you a picture of what it looks like now. This is what the reef looks like now. But now I want you to imagine what it would look like if it was dead. It had no color, no life. It was just an ugly rock on the coast of Australia. This is what it would look like. This is what would happen if there were no sharks. Let me explain. Sharks are the top predators in most oceans. The only sea animal that could possibly be above them would be the killer whale, or the orca. However, orcas do not actively seek out sharks for food. Sharks are sharply honed predators that feed on fish, seals, and another assortment of marine animals. Sharksavers.org states that sharks have evolved in a tight interdependency with their ecosystem. They tend to eat very efficiently, going after the old, sick, or slower fish in a population that they prey upon, keeping the population healthier. This, in effect, keeps the populations to a healthy proportion. Without sharks, there would be an overpopulation of fish and seals, which would be detrimental to their ecosystem and their habitats. The food chain would eventually break down due to the top predator's disappearance. Sharksavers.org also says that the ocean's ecosystem is made up of very intricate food webs. Sharks are at the top of these food webs and are considered by scientists to be keystone species, meaning that removing them causes the whole structure to collapse. So without sharks, the ocean's ecosystem would be irreparably damaged. And though there are many who do not like sharks, there are very few who do not care about the oceans and its other inhabitants. When a shark is looking for prey, they will often target weak or sick fish and seals due to the fact that they will be slower and easier to catch. They will also scavenge at the bottom of the ocean for food carcasses. This will help to keep the oceans healthy and clean. They are also preventing the diseases from the sick fish from spreading and are therefore enhancing the health of other fish. It has also been noted that healthier fish reproduce more offspring than sick fish. And so by eating the weak and sick, the sharks are allowing for a healthier population of fish to grow. Sharks are also a large part of keeping habitats healthy and alive. The prey of sharks will not stay in one place, but move around from seagrass to seagrass to better their chances of survival. Seals also migrate around looking for the best fish. If they did not have sharks to worry about, then there would be a risk of overgrazing, which would ruin the habitat, and eventually the fish would run out of food and they would die. Sharks are not only needed for the ocean, but for the human health as well. Sharkangels.org states that sharks are a critical component in an ecosystem that provides 1/3 of our world with food, produces more oxygen than all the rainforests combined, removes half of the atmosphere's man-made carbon dioxide, otherwise known as greenhouse gas, and controls our planet's temperature and weather. Without sharks keeping the balance of the ecosystem, it is highly probable that this would collapse and be a danger to the rest of the world. Then there are the people who rely on the ocean financially. In 2007, research was done to show the damage that was done due to the decrease of sharks for the past 35 years. The result was large shark decline led to increases in the numbers of rays and smaller sharks growing. The resulting population growth of cow-nosed rays, which feeds on the bay scallop, caused the collapse of a scallop fishery that had existed for a century, destroying the livelihoods of the fishermen. This is from the weather.com site. I am not trying to make you like sharks. It's true that they are terrifying, and there have been a lot of deaths related to shark attacks over the last several years. It's true that this could be a direct result of shark conservation. It's also true that I don't like sharks. I'm terrified of them. However, sharks must be protected if we are to have a healthy ocean that we all can rely on. Sharks are a key part in keeping the oceans healthy and the populations balanced. They are not the bad guy. They are the result of what they were created for, which is to be the apex predator. After all, it is us who wander into their territory and not the other way around. So to keep the oceans healthy, we must keep the sharks protected and make changes to how we see the ocean. To us, it may be a playground, a school, a place of work. But for the sharks, it is their home, and they take very good care of it. If we want to take care of ours, we need to keep the sharks protected. Thank you.